Now your regular time is 22, 23 bucks an hour.
Yeah.
And he works 60, 70, 80 hours a week, which for a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't want to do that. But he's young, no girlfriend, no kid. This is the time of your life to save that money so you can retire early. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Mike from Seattle, and today I have a very special guest on the channel, Darius. Darius, say hey.
Hey.
So Darius found me and met me from watching me on YouTube. He saw me walking around in a video and was like, hey, I think I know that area. Turns out we live close to each other. And since then, he and I have been friends for a while now. When did we first meet?
I feel like it'd be around like I was talking to him on Instagram for like maybe like a year, but then like when I graduated college, I was like, hey, like tell me about your job. And he was like, come like meet me. We went to like get like tacos or something like that.
Qdoba. We went to Qdoba.
Yeah, we went to the Qdoba, but that was like 2 years ago. We've been like chatting in person ever since. Like yeah.
So Darius and I met on YouTube, then we met up in real person at a Qdoba, some in Federal Way or something like that. Maybe it was in Auburn. And then he told me some of his goals that he wants to invest in real estate. Now at the time, you were actually working for a real estate agent. So what happened with that?
I was just working my face off. I didn't really make any money. Like it was like less than 30 grand that year. And then I was like working at the grocery store as well, making like 10 grand. I graduated college, so I was looking for a better job basically.
Yeah, so when we first met, Darius was working part-time at a Starbucks in a Safeway.
Correct, yeah.
Making how much an hour?
$13.86.
And how old were you?
24, 23. I think it was 23 or something like that. Yeah.
23, 24, just graduated college and making $13-something an hour at a Safeway Starbucks. And I remember when we very first started talking, and I was like, dude, you got to get a better job. And you seemed apprehensive, like you weren't qualified for a better job. And I explained to him, I was like, hey man, my brother is a security guard with no college degree making 20 bucks an hour.
Yeah.
So then how'd you move into getting a better job?
Yeah, I remember because the security company didn't have any jobs that were available at like $20 and they were like 18. And I always had like a proclivity to become a police officer, and it's proven itself to be maybe a little bit harder than I was expecting. And so I was like, I think I'm just going to stay at this Safeway, bro, because I'm just going to like show good work history. I don't think I want to get this security job. It's only $5 more. And then like, so I haven't been able to become a cop yet thus far. So I took the job at like 18 bucks an hour, and then like they liked me a lot, and they got promoted to like 20, I think it's almost $23 now. And I was in like less than 4 months, yeah.
So one of the reasons why I got Darius on the channel is because he's actually in the process of getting his first deal. He's going to close on that deal in like 10 days, his first rental property. So Darius, when he very first met me, he talked about how he wanted to be financially successful. He wanted to have a better life for himself. He was making $13 an hour working at a Starbucks. And when he would tell me things like, yeah, I don't want to ruin my work history, or maybe I should just stay here, or I don't know if I can get a better job. The reason I wanted him to explain this is a lot of times the limiting factors in your life that keep you from doing something better are in your own head. And what I told him was, dude, don't hold yourself back. First of all, it could take years to become a cop.
Yeah, that's I didn't understand.
So, you might have gotten $13 an hour for the next 3 years, or you're making almost $10 an hour more now.
Yeah.
I mean, and what has all of that extra money and opportunity been able to help you with getting real estate? Explain that.
So my job is like still a regular job, but a lot of people call out. So like I worked like a month straight and making like almost like 80 grand just being a security guard. Yeah. Nobody else does it there. It's just like me and one other guy. But like I just literally camped there and just like save up my money. And then like before I knew it, I was able to apply for like get qualified for a house. They looked at everything. They're like, yeah, easy. They give me a loan, whatever I would ask for Indiana, like that. Those price points. They gave it to me. They really didn't care.
So the amount of I'm working overtime Snapchats that I get from Darius with some obnoxious Christian rock music in the background, and he's like, I'm going to do my overtime shifts, and I'm like, I hope you never message a woman ever, because you'll never get a girlfriend. The point is, he didn't have the opportunities to work this overtime at Starbucks.
Not at all. Like 25 hours, 20 hours a week. Yeah.
Right. And if you had worked that overtime at Starbucks, your time and a half would have been $20 an hour.
Probably, yeah.
Now your regular time is 22, 23 bucks an hour. Yeah. And he works 60, 70, 80 hours a week, which for a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't want to do that. But he's young, no girlfriend, no kid. This is the time of your life to save that money so you can retire early. Right? Yeah. And so now when he does his overtime, he's making like $35 an hour, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
$34 an hour. So Darius has been dutifully saving his money month after month after month, building up enough so he could buy his first rental, and excluding a little mishap with some crypto investments.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
He stayed on the straight and narrow.
That's funny.
So we want to talk about your first rental. First of all, where is it going to be located at?
It's in Gary, Indiana. I don't know the street.
Gary, Indiana?
Gary, Indiana.
Well, why'd you pick Gary, Indiana?
Mike said, look into Gary. I just basically what he does for, what's the guy's name?
Mark
McKenzie, the guy.
Maskey Finance. Yeah.
Basically, whatever Maskey did for him is what kind of like how I'm treating Mike. So like Maskey's like, oh, use this person, use this. I'm like, hey Mike, who do I talk to in insurance? Mike's like, go. So it's basically like Maskey taught Mike. Mike is teaching Darius. Right. Same thing. Yeah.
So it's a good opportunity to give a shout out to my mentor, Mark, Maskey Finance. You can follow his channel. Mark tells me, invest in Indiana, use these people, study the market, learn it. I now have 6 rentals total, 8 units.
Yeah.
And Darius is like, well, Mike, what should I do? And I'm like, Darius, look, just copy and paste what I did, which is copied and pasted what Maskey did.
Yeah.
Now you're getting your very first rental property. So tell us about the actual property, a little bit about it.
It's like a newly rebuilt. It's 2-1, so it's not 3-1, which we would generally look for. But it was like, I've been thinking about getting real estate for a while. So to me, it was like I just wanted to get something, get my foot in the door. So that's kind of why I did it, and it was like nicely rebuilt. I mean, renovated. So I was like, I'm gonna take it. It's like it cash flows and everything like that. So
what was the purchase price?
67.5.
67,500.
New roof. It's a really nice house. It has bricks and stuff. So.
And I love brick houses. They're well insulated. They last a long time. The siding is non-existent because it's bricks. So it doesn't deteriorate as much. And in the Indiana market, they get a lot of hail. So if you have aluminum siding, it's going to look ugly after a few years. You got to change it more frequently. So a brick, a 2-1, does it have an attic or a basement?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so even though it's a 2-1, the experience that I've had, and I have one that's a 2-1 as well, but it's a 2-1 with a fully remodeled attic. That's a 3rd bedroom. The only reason it's not actually a bedroom is because it doesn't have a closet, which is one of the definitional things you have to have for it to be a bedroom. But mom and dad, who are moving in with their kids and need 3 bedrooms, say, well, we don't care if there's not a closet up there. We just throw their clothes in a dresser and call it good. Mm-hmm. So you can still get good rent for it. Maybe we'll do a deep dive once you actually get the property. Yeah. And it's vacant right now, right?
Yeah.
So once he actually gets the property and gets it rented for what it'll be rented for, we'll run the numbers on it at that point. But yeah, Darius, the reason I want Darius on the show is because he's an success story. He is an example of what you, a new average person who thinks to yourself, I don't think I can do it. I'm just working minimum wage at Starbucks, at McDonald's, at Walmart. There's no way I can do it. I promise you, you need to network with people because and this, I sound like I'm bragging, but just by meeting me and then, ask my brother about getting a security job. Boom, he gets a job and gets a $5 an hour raise. Within 1 year, you're a $10 an hour raise. $10 an hour is...
It was like 4 months, though.
4 months. Okay, within 4 months, he was making $10 an hour more with the opportunity to do overtime that nearly triples what you were making originally. You know? I mean, if we could just get this guy a girlfriend, he would be... he'd be a full man. So, Darius, is there any advice that you'd like to give people about maybe if they're concerned about getting started or they don't know where to start?
I'd say, as best as you can, save your money with what you can. Maybe you're only allowed to save a little bit, but and then look for a better job once you're able to do that. And then always keep looking for a better job. So just because I make whatever $23 an hour doesn't mean I should be looking for a better job. Mm-hmm. But save your money and just make sure you don't spend it on anything. Sometimes you get $500 saved and you might want to spend it, but just maybe open up a new bank account. Don't even use a bank account. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
And so Darius, it sounds like saying live beneath your means.
Live way beneath your means.
Yeah. What's that truck outside in front look like? It's got a little smashed up front bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not impressing the ladies with it, right?
No.
My car's even uglier. What year is that thing?
I think it's 99.
Okay. Yeah. I got a 99 Ford myself. The point is, and Darius, are you taking a lot of vacations?
No, I haven't taken a vacation.
Yeah, okay. Do you shop at Nordstrom?
No.
Macy's? No. Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart.
That's what I do, yeah. So, live beneath your means. A lot of people will inflate into their new lifestyle. They'll be like, hey, I'm making all this extra money now. Let me buy a nicer car. Let me go on vacation. Let me take some ladies out on a nicer date. And in reality, you'll lose your opportunities to save all that money that could help you buy real estate. So, Darius, you're about to get your first one. We'll have him back on to talk about it once it's officially closed. Thanks for being on the channel.
For sure, yeah.
We'll catch you guys next time. Oh, an old manual. That's not even got power windows. Dang, dude.
That's funny.
People don't even know about those anymore. My son would have no idea what a crank window is.